What airlines will get a new livery in 2021? This is Citrus Aviation here with yet another video, and today we're going to talk about what airlines are most likely to get a new livery in 2021. Let's get started. What is up there, everybody? Citrus Aviation here with yet another video. Today we are going to be talking about the top 10 airlines that are going to get a new livery in 2021. This video has considered quite a few things. I'm taking quite a bit of time to make this one because this is going to be a video covering the top airlines that are going to get a new livery based on my research and some of your guys' feedback. I put out a poll on Instagram asking you guys which airline you think will get a new livery, and I got a lot of responses, some good ones, some bad ones. I'm going to clarify some of the airlines that won't be in here. You're not going to see airlines that literally just got a new livery like all of these. You're also not going to see any airlines that will probably not change the livery anytime soon because of tradition, or because they said they won't, or they just got a new livery, or something like that. So with that being said, let's get started with the list. So we're going to get started off here with our number 10 airline most likely to get a new livery in 2021, and that is Delta Airlines. The current livery that Delta is using came out all the way back in 2007. They have revised it twice since then, in 2014 when they added the Delta belly that can be seen here, and in 2017 when they added the winglets onto their A350. This also corresponds with new cabin products that Delta announced at the same time for the aircraft. 2021 is looking to be an interesting year for Delta as they have reshaped much of their fleet due to the pandemic, and it wouldn't surprise me if Delta Airlines also comes out with a new livery in the near future. Now I don't know exactly when it's going to be, but 2021 could be the year that Delta gets a new livery. I currently love this livery, but it could always change. At number 9 we have Philippine Airlines. This airline has been operating this current livery for over 30 years. And the airline is going to be celebrating 80 years anniversary in 2021. So it would be interesting with that anniversary to also bring a brand new livery. Now I do think if Philippines does bring a new livery in 2021, it will only be a slight change from the current one. It will not be a major redesign. It will probably look a lot like how KLM modified the livery in 2015 to be more modern. Philippines could probably do something similar where they make the titles billboard and they make the beautiful logo on the tail go all the way down on the lower section of the rear fuselage. I can see them doing that as their updated livery design. At number 8 we have Singapore Airlines. This airline has been operating this livery for their entire operation history. They did make a modification to the livery, I believe it was in the early 2000s, to where we have it today. The previous version was a little bit more yellow, and that gold section that you see there extended out farther lower on the aircraft. So they haven't changed the livery much, but it could be possible for Singapore to do a new branding for the airline. It would be super awesome, and I currently love the new livery, but maybe a little bit of a refresh, a little bit of an update would be awesome. At number 7 we have TAP Portugal Airlines. This is an airline that has had many liveries over the years, and the current livery, while it looks great, is getting to be a little bit old. So I could see TAP Portugal also deciding to do a new livery. It would be interesting to see how they do it. There are a bunch of ways they could take the new livery design, and I'll be really excited to see what happens with that. At number 6 we have Avianca. This is the first of several airlines that are going bankrupt, and often bankruptcies lead to new liveries. So Avianca is going into bankruptcy proceedings, and when they come out of it will most likely rebrand themselves a little bit, and with that will probably have a new livery. I do like the current livery. It's pretty nice, bright, very colorful, but I could see Avianca maybe doing a few interesting things to the livery to spice it up a little bit more, and I'm really excited to see what a new livery in 2021 could look like. This is one that I'm actually fairly confident will happen. A lot of the airlines in this video are maybe a bit of a guess, not soy, but this one I feel pretty confident on happening. At number 5 we have Israel Airlines. This is an airline that Like Avianca is currently in financial difficulties. They haven't gone bankrupt, but they have been close to doing so on a few occasions in the recent years. LO has a very nice simple livery. I could see possibly a few ways how they could update this livery to make it a little bit more modern, but I still really like the livery. I do think if they do a new livery design for 2021, it will be a slight refresh. It won't be a major change, but I really look forward to see what a new LO livery could look like as well. At number 4, we have another airline that is currently in bankruptcy proceedings, and that is Virgin Atlantic Airways. This is an awesome airline. They have fantastic cabin products, a unique brand identity, and it'll be really interesting to see what a new livery for them could look like. Just as with Avianca, this is an airline in bankruptcy proceedings, and as a result, they will probably also rebrand the airline when they come out of bankruptcy. Virgin Atlantic has been known to change their livery fairly regularly, about once every 10 years. So it makes sense that they would come out with another new livery here soon. I don't know what they'll do to change it. It'll probably be a fairly modest, fairly minor change, but I think it'll look great. I don't know what it'll be, but I think this is one of the ones that is very likely to happen. Here at number 3, we have Japan Airlines. This is another airline that likes to change their livery about once every 10 or so years, and it's been about 10 years since Japan Airlines came out with the current livery, and it'll be really interesting to see what a new livery looks like. I do think if they do a new livery, it will not be a major change. It'll be somewhat similar to the one we see now, but they'll do things like maybe make billboard titles, maybe add a bit more red into the livery, but it will once again have the same color palette as probably previous liveries, and it will look fantastic once again. Before we get to the top 2 airlines that are going to get a new livery this year, and when I say going to get a new livery, I mean that's pretty much guaranteed to get a new livery this year, let's talk about some of the airlines that I considered for the top 10 but did not put in. And I have 5 airlines that I consider, and the first one is British Airways. This is an airline that has been having this current livery since the 1990s. And this livery has been around for a long time. They have updated. In 2010, they put the crown logo that you can see there, and they made a couple of little slight changes to the livery. Since then, they really haven't changed too much other than adding the little winglet there, adding the Chatham Docks British flag adoption there on the winglet with the A350s, which looks really awesome. But other than that, they really haven't changed the livery much. It'll be interesting to see what 2021 brings, because I do think there's a good chance that this livery could get changed. I don't know if it'll be a major change. It'll probably be more of a refresh, but I could see a new British Airways livery coming. The second one that I considered is Aeroflot. Now this is technically already a new livery that came out last year when they got the A350. However, this livery has not been adopted by the rest of their fleet. And I do think that Aeroflot will adopt this A350 livery to the rest of their fleet. It's a little bit more modern, a little bit more yellow white than previously. As you can see, the fuselage is mostly white, but has a gray belly and then the nice tail design. This reminds me a lot of the current Avianca livery because it looks a lot like that, but it's an Aeroflot very much Russianized version of that livery. I think if they move this to being the livery for all the aircraft, it'll look fantastic, and it's something that I do think they will do, and I think 2021 would be a great year to do it. A third airline that I considered but did not decide to put in my top 10 was China Southern. This airline has been having this livery for a very long time, and they do have a different version of this livery that they have on the 787s that's unique to the 787s. But this livery is getting to be a little old, and I could see them doing a new livery. The only reason why I don't think this will happen in 2021 is because Chinese airlines, particularly those owned by the government, which China Southern is part of the communist government, is that these airlines, they don't tend to change the liveries very much on them. So I don't know if this will happen. I don't really think it'll happen, but it's a possibility. The fourth airline that I considered for a new livery, one that I think is going to happen, is Qatar Airways. I do think they are going to soon, in the next few years, get a new livery. Their livery that they have right now is fantastic, outstanding. But I do think there's a good chance that they decide to update it to something a little bit more modern. I don't know how they will do that, but I currently really like the current livery. I could see them doing a few things with the modified livery to make it a bit more modern. But a new Qatar Airways livery I do think at some point is going to be in the works. And the fifth airline that will probably get a new livery at some point is Air China. This airline has had this exact livery here since the late 1980s, when the Chinese Communist Party decided to break up their current airlines from COAC to the current block of airlines they have now, which is China Eastern, China Southern, Air China, and a few others that they've broken up. It'll be interesting to see if they do put a new livery in Air China. I think if they do put a new Air China livery, they will also go ahead and put a new China Southern livery out as well. But I don't know when that will happen. I would really like to see a new Air China livery because this livery is getting really old. Yeah, it is kind of nice and classic, but they do really need to update it for the current era. So with that being said, let's get on to the top 2 airlines that are going to get a new livery and will get a new livery. At number 2, we have China Airlines. This is the Taiwan-based international airline that serves many places and is an awesome livery. However, they are going to update this livery. It's already been confirmed that we will begin a new China Airlines livery in 2021. I think it's very likely that they will announce the brand new livery on the Chinese New Year's Day. So it's a good thing that I'm getting this video out before 2021. I do think this is going to happen, and we've always seen what part of the livery might look like. Because today, the day that I'm recording this, December 21st, the first China Airlines cargo new livery plane has appeared. Now, I knew a few days ago when the first China Airlines 777F came out that they were working on putting a new livery on this plane because they had moved the China Airlines logo and titles to the back and they'd cleared the front section for something new. And you can see a preview of what this livery might look like. You can see it says cargo there with the island of Taiwan sewn there, with the sea. That looks really awesome. And so I do think this is probably what the livery will look like on the passenger planes, but instead it might say China Airlines or something. It'll do something with the Taiwanese island to specify China Airlines as being from Taiwan, because I do know a lot of people get confused about China Airlines being from mainland China, but it's not. It's from Taiwan. And so I think this new rebranding move could make the airline's identity a bit more clear. That's from Taiwan and not from mainland China. So it's an outstanding move by the airline. This one is going to happen. It's already been confirmed. Here's a preview of what it might look like. And with that being said, let's get on to number 1 airline that will get a new livery, and that is Korean Air. They have announced their merger with Avianca, and mergers tend to mean new liveries. So this means that Korean Air will have a brand new livery. Now, I currently really like their livery that they have right now, but it'll be interesting to see what the merger of Avianca brings, because it'll be some kind of new airline. So will they go more in the Korean Air direction, which is what it looks like now, or will they go more in towards using more of an Avianca color palette? I think there's a really good chance that they mix color palettes somehow. I don't know how they'll do it, but I think there's a good chance that they do that. And it'll be really exciting to see what Korean Air livery looks like in 2021. What liveries do you think are coming out in 2021? Comment down below. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, a great 2021. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of the day. God bless you.